Okay, this video is about the inverter system from the inside. Your inverter controller is right here, and it goes right to that inverter down in the basement. This up here is the solar panel charge controller. And where's your temperature from the inside? Okay, this system here is rather easy to use. There's a couple of caveats you need to have to turn it on. It's right here. You push this button, and it takes a minute to initialize. La 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 la. Okay, you got 13 volts. You can see from the light that it is on. Also, your charger's on. This will only charge the coach batteries. It will not charge the engine batteries. There's actually no actual system on board that charges the engine batteries unless you install another solar panel on the roof. Okay, the thing you have to watch here is that it's got various settings, and it slides up here, and you can see the thing, and it's up and down here, and you enter. I want to show you the shore power setting. This is kind of important. We're already up there, so I'm just going to hit the enter button. Now it says shore power max 20 amps. That 20 amps is roughly an extension cord. So if you plugged up to a regular household extension cord, that's the maximum current the shore power is giving you. And it won't charge the batteries very much if it's just on an extension cord. But it won't trip out. You know, that prevents a trip out. You can adjust it here. See, 21, 22, whatever. You can adjust this thing here. If you're on a 50 amp, you want to put it on 50. If you're on 30 amp, 30. If you're not going to be hooking up to anything, I wouldn't worry about that button setting. And when you're done, all you have to do is hit enter. I'm going to hit back and just ignore it. I want you to know that, because occasionally you'll say, you know, I'm not getting much of a charge, and then go, oh crap, I forgot. I'm on 50 amps. There's your problem here, right here, buddy. Anyway, charge controller. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. If I'm not using the microwave or anything else, by the way, the microwave does use that. I'm just gonna turn it off because nothing's using it right now, and we're not plugged up to anything. Saves power. Up here, this here is the charge controller. It operates just by really a light touch across any of these buttons. We'll kick it off here. There it goes. And that tells you your state of charge. Right now, you got 13.8 volts, and you can click these buttons. You're putting in 8 amps from the sun. Not a lot, but we're not really out in the sun very much here. But it doesn't really need a lot. It's according to how much it draws. And you can do a max charge, and I gave you instructions in the manual, or you can look them up on the internet. Go Power Charge Controller. Not much to really say about that. I do have to say this. Occasionally this thing will go red, and you'll find that out. If your batteries are low and it goes red, like overnight, you don't have any charging coming on, you're not plugged up to anything, and this light goes red, it means you tripped out. If you tripped out, there's only one way to reset that thing. You have to cut all power from the solar panel and everything. You got to cut it out from everything. And the way to do that is in here. We'll walk into the bathroom. Here we go. Remember I showed you these two panels? I might have mentioned this before, but I'll mention it again. It doesn't hurt. I'm trying to combine them with whatever. This panel here is just the main panel, mostly for your cable that's plugged out to the campground. This is the power fed from the inverter. So you can see the main appliances, microwave, lights, all go to this panel here. If you want to restart that inverter, this is how you do it. Come over here and you turn off the main breaker. I gotta take a camera away and look at it in a minute. This is the main breaker. You trip that off. Once that's off, you also got to kill this one that says main. Trip that off. With both of them off and the inverter turned off, you can go back and check it if you want to. Once you trip that off, you need to let it sit a second, then turn these breakers back on. When you do that, it will reset. Oh, you know, probably should shut this door first. Then it'll go ahead and reset it. It may trip off again if the batteries are low, but you have this thing called a generator. That helps a lot trying to reset these things if you need if need be. That's of course your DC on the electrical. I might have already mentioned it. And that's here is just a meter measuring the current on that panel and the voltage. If you're wondering what this is, at one time I was going to hook up all the what do you call that, internet systems into my closet, and then put an outlet in there, and in the back of the closet you would have all your internet controls right there where it's easy to get at. I seen another guy do that. I thought that was a pretty good idea. Changed my mind later. It just didn't seem like I should put it in there. So that's that. I don't remember if I covered, because I'm redoing this video from an accidental recording. I'm going to go over here, cover this microwave again just to make sure. This is how you tell you're getting power from the inverter. The microwave lights will light and give you a clock. This microwave does not, okay, let me get the first part done. The microwave will not run until you set the clock. If you don't want to set the clock, that's just peachy, but the microwave will not work. It has to be set. You can set it to anything if you want to, but it's got to have a clock set. It works better on inverter or generator than it does on just inverter itself. If you're on inverter itself, it doesn't cook as hot. You'll find that out. You'll find that out. Another thing that's interesting is you hook up a coffee pot on your counter right here. Tom wants to have coffee. He fires up the coffee pot and says, "Oh, I want buttered toast too, or something. I want to hook up, cook something in a microwave, maybe my eggs, maybe my ramen, whatever." You put that in there and your coffee pot's on. You get the surprise if it's early in the morning and the battery isn't charged. That surprise is a trip out. Shouldn't be a problem if batteries are fully charged. How do you tell? It's right there. You go up here on this panel and you're 90%. You should be fine there. But if you turn on the microwave and all that, and you see that your amperage, we'll go back to amperage down here. Well, you can do it here. You go on amperage and you see that it's drawing. Well, actually, let's turn it on. Turn it on, Bruce. I'll do the weight again. I like the weight. So much fun. Oh, I heard the microwave. Okay, this is your amperage reading right here. If that says like 148 amps of draw, and your microwave's on and your coffee pot's on, you better turn something off quick, because it's going to go. If it just says like 8 amps or something, and your charge is high enough, then you're going to be fine. Just giving you a warning. It's usually the early morning type of things. But if you're plugged up to the the campground or extension cord or whatever, you won't see that. It doesn't happen. It's only when you're not charged up in the morning, so to speak. Just a heads up. You can go off anytime here, guy. There you go. So that's all it is about the inverter system.